what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Christian Hanna Horror here. Welcome to another Horror Mail Day. This is a really important one because there's some titles in here that I can't believe I've got, quite honestly. It's pretty remarkable. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I had a surprise today, which blew me away. I was not expecting this. Shout out to the Halloween 5 fans out there, Giant Cookie Woman. Also, on the Teespring, we've got the Honk If You Love Halloween 5. If you got a request for a Honk If You Love shirt, let me know and I'll make it. My prices are the lowest in town. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Now, this is the first one I want to show. Now, I like this movie. I saw it on Shudder. This is Host. This just came out on Blu-ray. I love RLJE Entertainment. They put out a lot of good films, and for that, I want to support them as much as I can. I'm a found footage junkie. There's no denying that. I liked Host a lot. I do feel it was probably just a hair overhyped, but it's still a good movie. I mean, I really, really love it. I'm not knocking it whatsoever. But you know what? It's actually, I like hype because it like brings excitement. It brings excitement to the horror movie genre. It brings excitement to Shudder. So you know what? I take that back. I'm glad that this movie was hyped big time because it probably helped Shudder out. It helped out fans of horror to find a new flick to watch. So it's all good. It's all good in my book. I did love this movie, Host. So give this movie a shot. If you haven't seen it, you can stream it on Shudder. If you want to support RLJE Films and Shudder as well, pick up this Blu-ray. It says it's got an extended cut edition, which is interesting because the movie itself is just a hair over an hour, which is fine. So extended cut's cool with me. Behind the scenes, seance with the cast and crew of Host. Bloody Disgusting presents the Boo Crew podcast, and this is the Host episode. So a good Blu-ray, some good special features in here, so I'm happy. I can't wait to rewatch that and watch the extended version. Next is a movie that when you say the title of this, it is absolutely impossible to be upset. The Boogans. I can't say that without laughing. All right, so The Boogans. I have not seen The Boogans. I have an old VHS of it, and it was a miserable transfer. I mean, it's a VHS. The copy was just miserable. Somebody wore it out. Yeah, so it says, in a small town near Denver, two young men begin to explore a long-abandoned old mine recently reopened by a group of miners. When one of the men is discovered missing, his friend begins a search that leads them to horrifying consequences. They're all unaware of the evil that's been unleashed, and soon, one by one, a monster that no one has seen snatches up the townspeople. I'll stop there. That sounds great. I always love the expression, discovered to be missing. Isn't that a little oxymoronic? Just say they can't be found. Okay, next, on the recent live stream I did, a lot of times people will recommend me movies, and I'll take them up on that. So here is 1995's The Mangler. The master of horror, Tobe Hooper, Robert Englund, and Stephen King come together to bring you a shocking tale of terror. Based on King's short story, The White Knuckle Chiller follows a cop as he investigates a series of grisly accidents and uncovers a deadly town secret that has been hidden for years, a terrifying entity that threatens to destroy everything in its path. While time running out and a young girl's life in the balance, he races to destroy the beast before it's too late. I'm always down to see... I didn't realize this was Scream Factory. This is Scream Factory. I'm always down to see anything related with Tobe Hooper, Robert Englund. So I'm down. I'm totally down. So this is from 1994, 95. This is The Mangler. Really cool. All right, up next is an interesting story, and I'll give credit where it's due. I had a buddy I've watched on YouTube for seems like years. I think it has been years. His name is Ryan1988. He bought a poster for an original poster of the movie Witchboard II, and it kind of, I saw the first Witchboard, and I wasn't too keen on it. I thought it was the most okayest film I've ever seen, which is fine, but I take that back. It was slightly okay for me in terms of just enjoyability. I didn't think it was lived up to the subject matter of what was going on. And he bought this original poster of Part 2, and he was like, look, I love Part 2 more than Part 1. It's just a better film, and I'm taking his word on it. So when I was looking into this movie, it looked like there was only, one DVD left online. The Blu-ray looked like, I don't know if it's out of print, so to speak, but it just looked like it was unavailable, and it didn't say Amazon was getting any more. I tried to find it on a website, and I found one DVD copy put up by the same people. So I got the last DVD copy on Amazon of Witchboard II, and right off the bat, reading the premise of this one, it looks like it's a little bit more fun. There's people from Night of the Demons in here. The Kindred actors, which I need to see that movie. That somebody needs to put that out. People from Saturday Night Live are in this, so I'm excited to watch Witchboard II. I'm gonna give this sequel its due diligence, and hopefully I enjoy this one more than the first one. And I'm always happy to catalog movies that I don't own in this horror room, because now I have it forever. So I'm very happy about that. So thank you, Justin or Ryan 1988, for talking about Witchboard 2 and getting me on the up and up on it. Okay, so these next two are extremely special. I got something in the mail today. Thank you so much. I got a gift receipt from, let me see if I can show it. A gift receipt for a movie. Somebody sent me a movie, and I was like, "What is this? I didn't order this." My dear friend Gabe K. Okla on YouTube. I don't think he does any videos, but he's a great supporter in the horror community. He was watching one of my videos. I'm assuming, because it's the only place I mentioned this, and he heard that I was looking for John Carpenter's ProLife, and I couldn't find it. And he just went out of his way to send me this, and I'm taken aback by the love and care of this guy. He sent me ProLife from John Carpenter's Masters of Horror. Now, I have watched every single Masters of Horror, top to bottom. I've seen them all. ProLife is without a doubt my favorite one. Now, ProLife is about this girl who runs away and gets to an abortion clinic because she's like, "You've got to get this thing out of me." It's very reminiscent of, The Fly. She thinks she's got something evil in her, like The Fly. But this one, she's like, "I'm carrying Satan's baby." And her parents show up, and her dad is actually Hellboy, Ron Perlman, and he's trying to put a stop to this because he is pro-life. But he's not upset to sacrifice other lives to save this one life in his daughter's stomach. And it's not a political movie. It doesn't get into politics. It's about the devil, literally about the devil coming to life. And there is one of the most disgusting scenes I've ever seen in this movie that has to do with, you know what? Please, I'm begging you, take my word and check out ProLife. This one scene made me almost vomit. And they didn't show it. It's implied heavily, and you hear you know what? I'm just going to stop. My favorite Masters of Horror, ProLife. Do not sleep on this, guys. I'm begging you to check out ProLife. Gabe, thank you. A million %. Thank you so much for this. You have no idea how much I appreciate you hooking me up with this. This is amazing. I can't wait to revisit ProLife, because I watched it on YouTube years ago, and of course it's gone. Now, the last movie I have in this haul, guys, is an extremely important one. Now, I've pretty much given it away based off of what's on my television. Michael Mann is an amazing director. He's done some extremely critically acclaimed films. One of my favorites he's done is Manhunter. I didn't know this movie got a physical release. Now, I don't want you to necessarily just jump the gun and get this right away. I want to say a few things about this. There is some 80s horror movies that I've had on my list to watch for so long, and I just didn't know if there was I want to own Prom Night 2. I've seen Prom Night 2. I love Prom Night 2, but I want to own that extremely bad. But there's other films that I just didn't even know that they had gotten a release. Now, I was on YouTube looking up if there was anything out there for this movie, and of course, Pizzal had a video on The Keep, and this is a movie I've read so much about. I've listened to the Tangerine Dream soundtrack top to bottom many times, and I love the soundtrack. So I'm extremely excited that this movie actually has a physical release. Granted, it's a DVD, and it's not the greatest transfer in the world, but that's perfectly fine. I need to own and see this movie. I've finally got The Keep. Now, this is a Via Vision DVD release of The Keep, and I'm so excited. I've watched so many clips from this movie. I've watched, like I said, I've listened to the soundtrack endlessly. Michael Mann is an insane director. And the story about this is very interesting. He hates the cut of this film. His original cut was like 3 hours long. He hates the cut. He made the movie. I get that. And I think when this movie tried to get a nice release years ago from Paramount, or at least just like a nice, DVD release years ago, he put the axe to it immediately because he has a huge grudge on the Paramount and what they did to his movie. That's neither here or there. I don't want to comment on that. I'll let you give your thoughts on that, whether you think it's right or wrong of him to be able to do that to the fans of the movie, or if it's his movie. George Lucas obviously doesn't care. But regardless, this movie did get an official DVD release from Via Vision. I've never heard of this label before. I'm not expecting the greatest transfer in the world. That's fine. But I need to see this movie. This movie has eluded me for so long, and it's time. And if I love this movie, you know I'll review it. But this is The Keep, guys, from Via Vision DVD. And it's an all region, by the way, all region. It says all region. So I just want to make sure I say that. So that is this week's Horror Mail Day. Thank you, Gabe, so much for ProLife. Guys, that's the true gem of this haul. Even though I'm so excited for The Keep, ProLife. Don't sleep on it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I love each and every one of you. Well, let me know what you think about those titles, and we'll see you guys next time.